over the next 4 seasons. Mining 300, that's pretty amazing. Tony's dredge produces record-breaking gold. While a more hands-off approach would be appreciated, old dogs and new tricks don't always mix. Sometimes, it takes a while. Kevin Beats shattered the family's mining legacy with a single jaw-dropping move, breaking all ties after learning the shocking truth of his real parentage. For years, he had lived as Tony Beats' right-hand man, carrying the weight of the Beats name with pride. But after a DNA test flipped his world upside down, Kevin faced a truth that could not be ignored. Tune in as this once loyal heir walks away from the family dynasty with a shocking twist no one saw coming. Raised in the shadow of his father, Tony Beats, a man known for his loud, no-nonsense approach to gold mining, the young miner wore the family name with pride. Everyone knew him as the guy who had mining in his blood, literally. But behind the tough exterior and countless hours of hard work, there was a nagging feeling that something didn't add up. He carried a secret buried deeper than any gold vein he had ever chased. Growing up, the heir didn't just learn about mining, he lived it. From digging dirt to running massive dredges, he was Tony's right-hand guy. The Beats legacy wasn't just a business for them, it was a badge of honor passed down through generations. The apprentice knew all the tricks of the trade, and people respected him for it. Yet there was always that tiny voice in his head whispering, "Are you sure you belong here?" He ignored it for years, but things didn't stay quiet forever. It started with little comments here and there from older relatives. They would exchange weird looks during family gatherings and drop cryptic hints about the past. The miner brushed it off, chalking it up to old family drama. But the more he thought about it, the more he realized that he didn't quite fit in with the rest of the family. His siblings had Tony's fiery temper and unmistakable features, but he always felt a little out of place, like a puzzle piece forced into the wrong spot. The young man didn't want to believe it, but he couldn't keep ignoring the doubts. After years of pushing the whispers aside, he finally decided to get answers. It wasn't an easy move. Questioning his place in the family felt like breaking some unspoken rule. The Beats family was all about sticking together through thick and thin, but he needed the truth, no matter how painful it might be. Quietly, he went ahead with the DNA test. He didn't tell anyone at first. Maybe he was hoping for a clear-cut answer that would let him move on. When the results came in, they didn't just give him clarity, they flipped his entire world upside down. Tony Beats wasn't his biological father, the man he had spent his life trying to measure up to. The man who taught him everything about mining wasn't actually his dad. The revelation stunned him. Everything he thought he knew about himself felt like a lie. He wasn't just dealing with a name or a job. He was dealing with a legacy he had poured his whole life into. How do you keep going when the foundation you built your identity on suddenly crumbles? The shock didn't stop the determined worker from making a decision. He realized that DNA didn't define who he was. Sure, Tony wasn't his biological father, but that didn't erase the years of hard work, sweat, and loyalty he had given to the family business. Still, he felt like he needed to break away and figure out who he was without the weight of the Beats name hanging over him.